us in those black t-shirts here started almost 11 years back with a company called MobMe that I and a bunch of others in this gang co-founded. This was 2006 and we were in college and we raised funding during college at a time when starting up was not really fashionable like today. Like today, starting up is the cool thing, it's the guitar in college. Back then it was not. We were focused primarily on the telecom space. We worked very closely with the large telecom operators like Airtel and Vodafone and Idea and all these guys. And that actually is our background, or probably our learning to handling scale, handling millions of customers, security, being under a regulated regime, etc. It is in 2012 that the founders stepped down and left MobMe into an automated running mode with professional management and started pursuing opportunities outside of it. Personally, I was very fascinated and intrigued by what was happening in the payment space and digital banking space globally, and that's how the concept of Chiller came about. And it was 2014 mid, around July actually, when I met Nitin first, Nitin Chok from HDFC Bank. In fact, a lot of the banks before HDFC that we met, we were not really sure was good enough for our ambitions as the first partner bank to go live. But at this point, when Nitin said yes, we had nothing to doubt at all, and it has totally paid off when we are looking back right now. So essentially 2015 Feb is when we launched, and this has been a title that we have been extremely proud of because back then there was nothing similar, right? We had to essentially do the plumbing ourselves, get the IMPS pipeline from each bank ourselves and make an interoperable system where customers could just select someone from your phone book and send money without really bothering about account number or IFSC code or any parameter for that matter. So that's something that we started off and we are extremely proud of. So these are the 10 banks which came on board post launching with HDFC over the next 18 months. The proportion has always been growing, like Anisha said in her speech in the beginning. We kept on increasing use cases, adding several services, right from being able to manage all your bank accounts at one place, check out their account balance, send and receive transactions, etc., etc. And the way we are going forward, we see ourselves, probably enhancing a lot of the other digital banking experiences as well. Like for example, savings or insurance or mutual funds and all of those things. We believe we could do differently, probably like do in a different way, which would appeal to the Indian audience. So this is where we are today. We have over 3 million users on our platform. We do over 500 crores in transaction value monthly. And a milestone that we passed last month, which specific to HDFC Bank, was that we crossed 3,000 crores in transaction value just with them. Right? Their HDFC Bank's customers have done more value, more than 3,000 crores in transaction value. Something else that we are noticing as we grow is that unlike in the beginning when over 75-80% of our transactions used to come from the top 10 cities, now more than 50% of the transactions come from outside of it, which means we are successfully able to get into the tier 2, tier 3 or even the rural markets as we go forward. While we were doing all of this, our biggest bottleneck was that we had to do the integrations separately with each of the banks every other time, and that exercise usually takes a lot of time. From a consumer point of view, the limitation was unless you are with those 10 or 11 partner banks that we had, they couldn't use Chiller, they couldn't send money, they can only receive money. So even then we were seeing a lot of interest from customers of other banks downloading Chiller just to receive money. So which is what was a big issue for us. But we are right now, and the reason why we are all here together is because we are getting into this new phase of growth thanks to NPCI and the recent development around UPI, where as a startup we are extremely indebted to the whole India stack layer itself. Right from UPI for the transaction layer to getting into DigiLocker and consent layer and e-signature. All of these things can bring about a paradigm shift in the way Indians bank. So this is exciting news for us, and we decided to go forward and integrate with UPI. And what it does for us is, it opens up instantly to all the major banks' customers. All these customers who are complaining all this while, or the bunch of people who always used to try and split a dinner bill together with like 10 friends or 5 friends, realizing that okay, these 3 people cannot use Chiller, that won't be the scene anymore. Like with UPI, that problem is solved. So we believe that as an addressable market, the market size for us has just grown explosively into some 25x from what it used to be. And as and when more and more banks come on UPI, that automatically gets addressed through Chiller also, or maybe gets live on Chiller as well. With UPI, we are targeting $1 billion worth transactions monthly over the next 12 months time, which essentially means that from what we are doing today, roughly it's 12x growth that we are hoping to achieve over the next 12 months, and that's like a significant volume. And we believe that in that journey, we have a lot of tailwind that's going in favor of us. We have a robust platform which has stood the test of time, and all the testing and everything that we have done. We have an extremely engaged user base, like a big chunk of active user base uses the app, or at least opens the app almost 20 or 25 times a month. So that's like an extremely active user base that we have. We have made sure that there are enough and more security measures, and that has also got strengthened over the last couple of years, going and probably supporting thousands of crores worth of transactions. From a consumer point of view, we always make sure that there is support available all the time, round the clock, on chat, on Twitter, on all popular social media profiles. And one of the, again, other proud stories for us is that almost 75% of our new customers who come on Chiller every new month are people who are referred by our existing customers. That's like a big validation of our efforts, and big validation of the fact that we are headed in the right direction. And the biggest of them all, to add to the tailwind, is the fact that we are doing UPI with SDFC Bank as the partner, and we are extremely thankful to SDFC Bank for all the support we have been receiving right from day one. And as a startup, as a fintech company, I always believe that we have probably the best partner in our association with SDFC Bank, and that's something probably the best a fintech can get in India. And we are also aligned to the bank's interests, like all our partner banks. Essentially, we are more of a B2B2C model, right? We look like a B2C company, but in the meanwhile, we also work very closely with the bank and take care of their interests also. And everything is powered with help from banks. So essentially, we do both B2B and B2C. And you can broadly classify 3 ways in which we work and we help banks out. One obviously is, we help banks create new products. We want to co-create products with banks because of the kind of data that we have, because of the kind of usage, because of the kind of stuff that customers tell us. We are able to do that, which obviously helps banks in getting more revenues, open up new revenue streams. The second is to increase the loyalty of existing users, which is extremely important. Today we are at a digital age where it's very hard to push something to the user. User has to feel like getting it. They have plenty of choice, and they need to come to you. That is engage. That's what engagement is all about, and that's exactly something that we have cracked. And hence, loyalty of existing customers is something which is an important aspect which we take care of on behalf of the banks. We also help banks acquire new customers, because the existing customers always have a pull for bringing in more friends. They see more services, they see the experience, and help more customers coming in. And I think in this space, when something like bank account portability comes in, the industry is going to possibly see a lot of change, right? Both in a opportunity way as also in a threat way, if a technology company or if a bank doesn't act well enough. Right, so when bank account portability happens, unlike a mobile number portability, you don't even need to change your SIM. A customer could technically just switch off between bank A and go to bank B in a click of a button. That is something which should scare a lot of banks. For the other set of banks to see that as an opportunity, we'll make sure that happens as an opportunity, and as a great winning point to acquire customers from across competition. So that's where we are. So